Green Day's Dookie on compact disc.
Michael Jackson's Dangerous on compact disc.
It was Rufio, and the shirt had a toaster on it.
It was a Korn shirt. My brother bought it for me at a Korn concert at Family Values Tour, 98. And it smelled like weed, and I didn't wash it, and I went to school, 5th grade, and smelled like weed all day.
Mine was K's Choice and The Verve at the Electric Factory in 2000.
Neil Young and Crazy Horse and the Jim Blossoms at the Blockbuster Entertainment Center in Camden, New Jersey, 94.
Mine was a band called Undefined that I played in with a friend of mine's brothers, and we were absolutely garbage.
My first band was JAR. It was a band with my older brother and 2 of his friends. I was in 2nd grade, and that band eventually became The Progress.
Mine, I think, was a talent show at our high school, and we covered Fat Lip by Sum 41. It was also terrible.
JAR played a block party, Memorial Day block party in my parents' driveway. I was 8, so it was probably like 96.
Is that still a venue?
Yep. Yep, they still book shows.
Get them every time. My first tour was with some friends of mine that were in a band called Calls from Bethany, and I filled in on bass. And we went out, probably against my parents' will, for 2 weeks in a Dodge Caravan with 6 people.
My first tour was with The Progress. I think I was 15. It was over winter break. We did a week, and we went out to Chicago and back. And same thing. I think my parents reluctantly let me go on that tour.
Favorite bands we toured with was definitely a package that was Fossil Youth and Heavy Hearts. All those guys together were diabolically funny. Mostly Heavy Hearts drummer Davis. He wore one black t-shirt the entire tour, and 1 pair of pants. And when we got to Texas, it was like 102 degrees. And instead of changing into shorts, he just cut the legs off his pants. And I think I saw him wear shoes once. I think mine was maybe when I was 16, Taking Back Sunday at the Trocadero.
I've never moshed or stage dove, but my brother took me to a Converge and American Nightmare show at the Kill Time in Philly in like 2001, and it was like 4 hollowed out apartments, real narrow, and the moshing in that room kind of terrified me. So this wasn't really a weird show necessarily. It was an awesome show. It was at the Mile High House in Philly, 2015, I think. And this was our first run with Fossil Youth. It was the end of it, the end of the run. Super awesome show. And then when the show was over, everybody went upstairs and we all had a dance party to Bohemian Rhapsody. It was fucking killer.
And it felt like the floor was going to give out.
Yes. My favorite bands are Sunday to Real Estate. That's probably my favorite band ever. And then I would probably throw Pearl Jam in there as well.
Some of my favorite bands currently are Minus the Bear. I've been listening to a lot of Bill Murray lately, and Anderson .Paak. I think mine was Little League.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start.
Baha Men.
I'm sorry.
I think Anderson .Paak.
I would pick Walter Streifels from Quicksand and Rival Schools, etc. Because, I don't know, he's an awesome songwriter and super positive dude, and he's like 50-something and he's still going for it. So, yeah, that would be my pick.
The Baha Men. Queen.
Sunny Day Real Estate. They've already reunited, but they were supposed to put out a record a few years ago, and they didn't, so I would like to see that happen. Well, Tom doesn't like to wear his clothes in hotel rooms when we're on tour. That's a thing. Very rarely are we in a hotel room where he's got a shirt on, and often he's got his pants off too. So that's a thing.
The first time I met Eric, I was with our buddy Joe, well, our guitarist Joe, and I had nearly shit my pants because I was a gigantic Progress fan, and I didn't tell him until like a lot later how big of a Progress fan I was, and now we write together, which is fun, I guess.